In 2009, the NASA Space Agency smashed a probe into a large crater near the Moon's south pole. This plume of debris ejected and analysed by a spectrometer confirmed that water is present on the Moon. And as we will see in this film, this raises the exciting prospect that what at one time was dismissed as mere space debris from impact craters on the lunar surface millions of years ago are indeed clouds similar to those on Earth. Also, mind you, maybe we should not be too surprised talking about clouds on other moons or planets. Take Jupiter, for example, and the swirling gaseous clouds and the coloured bands that circle this gas giant, and of course the turbulence in its great red spot. I digress. Now let's retrace history. If we go back to July 1969, when the Apollo 11 mission was launched, it was an exciting time. People waited in anticipation and with much excitement. Destination, the Sea of Tranquility. Michael Collins remained in orbit, whilst Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin were the two astronauts to first set foot on planet Earth's own moon. Amazing! Obviously at the time everyone was primarily concerned for the crew's safety, a successful landing and a safe journey home, and so maybe the significance of some things that were seen were not so apparent at the time. Taken whilst in lunar orbit, you can see that some of the images clearly show traces of what look uncannily like cumulus clouds from good old Mother Earth. You see, it is only recently, in light of the confirmation of water being present on the Moon, that the following clips have come to light, courtesy of a German professor, Dr. A.M. Erstenvierten-Monat, who, with his team, have studied them again and are convinced they consist entirely of small droplets of H2O molecules. Furthermore, he has since formed and is now head of the Cumulolunus Cloud Type Research Institute. When they first landed on the Moon, after a brief sleep workout, not easy I might add in such a confined space, Armstrong and Aldrin indeed saw what they thought were cosmic debris dust clouds from crater impacts, very occasionally scurrying across the lunar sky, and they thought nothing of it. For the most part though, the sky was jet black and totally clear, of course apart from the starlight, earthshine and the intense glare and brightness from our own sun, which explains why these dust clouds were never shown on TV. And basically, let's face it, even if there had been, people were only interested in looking at the lunar surface. Due to spectroscopic measurements from equipment left on the Moon, the clouds are more likely to be composed of H2O water droplets rather than heavy water or deuterium oxide. This exciting find raises the spectre of whether it rains on the Moon. Now there's a thought. Although this is thought unlikely, as the Moon has no atmosphere, and with gravity being 1/6 of that on Earth, the droplets would evaporate long before they ever reach the lunar surface. The water molecules are, if you like, permanently suspended in lunar orbit. So, with increasingly new technology and advances in scientific understanding, maybe the next generation of space travel, after the last shuttle flight, will take us to worlds more like our own. Now just imagine landing on a sunny, warm, slightly cloudy spring day on a planet orbiting Alpha Centauri and going for a swim. Beautiful.